Welcome to watchJojo Cooking. Today we're going to be breaking down chicken for several recipes. The reason we want to break down this chicken is we're just getting so much more value out of it than if we were to just buy chicken breast, just buy chicken thighs or drumsticks, or God, the cost of chicken wings nowadays is disgusting. The first chicken you go to break down, I recommend actually doing cooked, because if it's cooked right, it'll flake off a lot easier, and you'll be able to, when I went to go pull out all those bones from their sockets, they'll just come out. They'll just fall off the bone, and you can practically tear it apart with your hands if you had to. So if you're going for like the over a week long like cook time where like you're not going to cook anything right away and you're going to freeze a bunch of pieces, like I'm going to do my soup but that's it, so like these all need to be frozen, I recommend raw. And then I also recommend defrosting slowly. Do not use the microwave. The microwave is a trap. I recommend, if you can afford it, running it under cold water, and that cold, it has to be cold and it has to be running, and the reason it has to be running is because stagnant water breeds bacteria, and like the chicken is in theory covered in bacteria, which just means you're gonna get sick. So you've got to keep the water running. I say like chicken, once it's cooked, in my mind lasts about 3 days before it's getting into sketchy territory, and then you're like, let's see if the nose knows, you know? Skin. Step one, they're always tied together, so let's snip all those. Tied up there, get rid of this. I'm trying to spread everything apart, and I'm gonna make a slit in the skin here. So I wanna get as much meat as possible, so I'm going right in. And I'm aiming for a bone right about here. There's that, and feel around. There we go. That pop, that's what I was looking for. The sockets are together, and you need to separate them. So like they're together, separate them so I can get my knife in between. Skin till you hit the bone. Okay. Now, got it nice and loose. Flip this freaking guy over. Pop it out so that you can chop along that bone. Boom. Nice big chicken thigh. Check. Wings should be a little easier. Let's get that drumstick, yeah? So I'm cutting around the drumstick. Boom. Now I gotta look for that bone, pop it out. So I can cut. These are just your wings, right? So like here's your 2-bone wing, and then this one is your drumstick. Like when you have wings at a restaurant, this is where they come from. Every chicken comes with 2 of each. So if you're the guy that orders only wings, no drumsticks, I agree, they're tastier, but also you're just killing more chickens. Slit here along the top. There's a bone here. You want to get on one side of it. You want to stay as close to the side as possible. Try not to hit the bone too much. Drop down. I've broken it down. Slice along here, got 1 breast. Slice along here, got more breast. There's still some meat here. This isn't garbage. This is value. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a roast, like roast these guys up with some veg, and then we're gonna use that for a stock. Get value out of every single piece of chicken you have. So by breaking down the chicken, you are paying In this case, like 13 bucks for a chicken. These 2 chicken breasts on their own together would probably be like 9 bucks or something if you were to buy them at the same store. And then you still have your carcass you're going to be able to use for your soup. You have your drumsticks, all your dark meat you can use. You can fry them up. You can use them for a stew. Dark meat's really good for stew. My recommendation with chicken is just wash your hands before and after everything you do. Wash every tool you use. Like this knife, I'm done with it with this, so I'm going to scrub the living daylights out of it now. This cutting board, I'm gonna let soak. I don't want anything to do with raw chicken, so the whole chicken can be broken down into several parts. We have what's left, the carcass. Now, people could consider this garbage. I disagree. I'm gonna use it for my soup. Then we have the thigh and drumstick, which can be separated here if we felt like it, but I'm going to bake this in with my stew. Then we have chicken breast. Whole chicken breast here, and we're gonna use that for our wraps, and we're gonna use that as the protein, like the actual chicken that's gonna go into our soup, which we're gonna get from our stock. And then finally, for a little snack, we have our chicken wings, and we're going to deep fry those in another video as well. We're zeroed off. We're gonna throw half of our chicken breasts on there because the scale can only hold so much. So this is 489.5 grams. So let's call it 500 grams first batch, half a kilo. Second half is, so we have about 1.1 kilos of pure chicken breast, which means its value's about $13. So this alone is one of my whole chickens, and that was 3 of them. And I still haven't weighed anything else. So it just gives you an idea of like the amount of yield you're gonna have, the amount of savings, because like there's still so much meat left on here. Like this is probably gonna be another 2 or 3 kilograms. This stuff I'm now guesstimating costs probably like $9 a kilo. So like the most expensive part of the chicken is the chicken breast. It's the white meat, it's tender, it's used in like everything. There's like the least amount of bones, so you get most slices. Some people don't like dark meat. So this is where the bulk of your value is. It's like 1.2 kilos or more of drumsticks and thighs, dark meat. It's a little cheaper. And then we still have our chicken wings, which you pay exorbitant amounts of money if you were to buy them separately. And they're usually quite ridiculous. I like to the point where I don't buy chicken wings in stores. Like it's just not worth it. I honestly can't quote you a price. I don't buy it. Yeah, so you got the 1.1 kilos of chicken breast. You've got the 1.2 kilos of dark meat. And then just for kicks, got another half kilo of chicken wings. All of this is more than I paid, 100%. Because like each one of these is worth $13 to $14 each. And I paid $11 a chicken breast, a whole chicken. And I still get to use all this meat here and all these bones I get to use in my stock, which I'm gonna then use for my my soup. I've paid for several meals here. I have in front of me upwards of like, I'd say 4 to 5 meals for 4 to 5 people, like period. Because like I can get a ton out of this chicken breast. Like I'm gonna be doing my soup and I'm gonna be doing wraps for people. I'm gonna be doing a stew. I'm gonna take some of these drumsticks, I'm gonna deep fry those so that I can feed people both wings and drumsticks. Breaking down chicken, huge value. You don't need it to be perfect looking. because like at the end of the day, you're gonna be cooking these all a different way. You're probably gonna be like slicing up your chicken breast anyway, so it doesn't need to be picture perfect from the get-go.